Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today here we go, I got it, guys. Flippin Through Mad Magazine number 47, released June 1959. Cover price 25 cents, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, let me please remind you, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. That's the #1 way to support this channel, help this channel grow. And isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we want? That's what I want. 800 subscribers by Christmas? Let's go for it. Let's go nuts. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. There, support me. You get a 6 set of stickers. Any amount of money you give me, 1 penny. I don't think you're actually allowed to give 1 penny. I think they might have a minimum. I don't know what it is, but you get those. Give me a little bit more. You get some awesome buttons. You can check those buttons out also on my Etsy store, flippin3.com. There's links to everything. These are the people that I get to thank right now. Jacqueline Gosling, Reflection of Perfection, Frank Snyder, Misimo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support. I hope I can keep on earning it. Anyway, boom. Why are you here? You're here for this. And there I am, despite all resistance to my visage. You're stuck with me. Here we have Mad Magazine number 47. A fun cover by Kelly Freas. It's a fun one, right? I don't know. It's like, it's not the most standout cover, but I enjoy it. I love the cutout of the stop sign. You get that like nice depth right there of it. Yeah, that's about it. At this time period, they did do a lot of like black covers, and I really enjoy the black covers. I think they look really cool, and with the red, or like in this case yellow font, it just really stands out quite a bit. It's great. I enjoy it greatly. When did Kelly Freas stop doing Mad covers, and why? I know there's somebody in the comments that can tell me why. It just seems like one day we have Kelly and the next day we don't. Wait, maybe I should look it up. Maybe Kelly Freas just died. Maybe that's why. I'm going to look that up. No, he lived forever. He lived until he was like 82, 2005. That's crazy. He just stopped doing them, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's some, what do we call it? Gossip? Some hot gossip about Kelly Freas. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This issue is packed full of great artwork and just really fun concepts, some of which I've seen in previous ones. Maybe they were repeated later or earlier, but it's so much fun. First off, right here, Dress Right in a Mad straitjacket. This might be, outside of having a complete collection eventually, this might actually be the piece of Mad memorabilia that I want the most, is a Mad straitjacket. That would be so much fun. I wonder if you could just get one made. I could probably make one, right? Just sew one together. But yeah, that's a fun one. But I think they're quite expensive. I don't know. Anyway, there's also on this some references to Alfred E. Neuman's girlfriend, Moxie Kazanovsky, right? Al's girlfriend seems to be showing up more and more often in each issue. So what's her name? We still haven't found out her name. Maybe you readers have some suggestions. And then here we have a nice hardcover Mad book. I have one of these that belonged to my father, and he handed it down to me. It wasn't Mad for keeps. I forget which one it was. I'll have to pull that off the old shelf and remind myself. Yeah, these are cool letters. I don't know. There's a lot of them is like love for MAD, but I do have to say that it doesn't bother me as much, I guess. I don't know. I do like the ones where people are in on the joke and are talking shit. Here we have the combined television shows. And what's interesting about this is um, nobody is given credit for writing it. It just says pictures by Mort Drucker, but I don't see anything else. Um, I don't know. It says on Mad Cover site, Paul lichen, like the things that grow on trees and rocks, but I don't know. I don't know where he got that. Maybe I'm not reading it. Who knows? Um, Now, why did I just power through that Mort Drucker thing? Because, like I said, there's so much good stuff, and this is one of them. I love these. I'm a sucker for these types of things. Mother's Day cards from special people. Artist Bob Clark. Writer, who do you think? Who do you think? Leave a comment down below. You're right. It's Frank Jacobs. Amazing. That was really cool. Can't believe that you got that right. Pictures by Bob Clark, writer Frank Jacobs. Again, though, it just says pictures. It doesn't give credit to him there, but it does. I'm going to just move this along all the way at the end. A greeting card from a greeting card writer. Dear Mom, I hope you enjoy yourself on Mother's Day. Your loving son, Frank. Right? Frank Jacobs. Obviously. From an advertising man. Motherwise, you're bliss itself. You win. You touch all bases. If you were packaged on a shelf, I'd buy a dozen cases. Your rating is quadruple A. In Momsville, you're a giant. Affection-wise, I've got to say, you are my favorite client. An optician. What is that called? An ophthalmologist? Optician. An optician. Oh, mother, you are on my mind with every lens I have to grind each time I start. Wait, let me try. It's like it's weird to get the meter when it's split up mid-sentence or like, oh, mother, you are on my mind with every lens I have to grind. Each time I start to fit a frame, I think of you. I speak your name. I hope your day is filled with plenty. If you read this, you're 2020. Uh, from a bridge player, I'm not sure why this bridge player looks like such a monster. Like an actual monster. It's like a werewolf hands, a Frankenstein-shaped head. I love this one, though. This is probably my favorite one. I like the drawing. I like how his eyes are like the crossword puzzles. I'm sending you, O mother mine, this brief epistle, greeting. Your charm will never flag, in parentheses, decline, nor be fugacious, fleeting. I think that you are dulcet, sweet. Your smile is fulgent, sunny. But as for me, I'm torpid, beat. So please send lucre money. Frank Jacobs he's the best. Here's from an astrologer. I've checked the movement of the stars. The sun is in Aquarius. I've also found the planet Mars is crossing Sagittarius. Your horoscope, I have to say, looks bad in the way I read it. So best of luck this Mother's Day. It looks like you will need it. And he's bashing his head in with a hammer. I guess because only a fool would believe in that type of thing. From a psychiatrist. I mean, look at these illustrations too. I know I'm giving all this love to the writing, but I don't know. There's lots of Bob Clark love to give later on. Oh, mother, I recall with joy just how you trained me as a baby. Was you who taught me all I know, like robbing banks and laying low. Wait. God, am I that bad at reading poetry? Oh, mother, I recall with joy just how you trained me as a boy. Was you who taught me all I know, like robbing banks and laying low. Was you who taught me forgery, was also you who squealed on me, and sent me to the local pen, where now I'm serving 5 to 10. What fun. What fun it is to be a gangster in prison. It happened on the crosstown bus. Hit pause and read it. All right, now moving on. Again, you guys, I'm going to have to skip some of this because so much is so good. According to psychologists, most of us clods prefer to follow the herd instinct. That is, we prefer to think, look, and act alike, which makes us all conformists. Now and then, however, a few clods with imagination break away from the herd and try hard to think, look, and act different, which makes them all nonconformists. Only nowadays, more and more clods are trying to be different, so there are more and more nonconformists. And all of these nonconformists are so busy conforming to not being conformists, they all wind up conforming to their nonconformism. All except for a small group of bravely idiotic mad readers to whom this article is dedicated, mainly because in this article we explain in nauseating detail how to be a mad nonconformist. Okay, which one do you want to do? I didn't pick any, so I'm just going to go randomly, maybe with clothing. Ordinary conformists, where I'm going to actually move that over so you can see and look at all of them. Ordinary conformists wear narrow-shouldered charcoal Ivy League suits, button-down shirts with tight collars, silly caps, cramped Italian-style shoes. Females wear empire dresses and shoes with spike heels that constantly break off. I don't know, that sounds like kind of a fun outfit. Ordinary non-conformists wear sloppy-looking sweatshirts, grimy blue jeans, arch-crippling sandals, and scratchy beards. Among the females of this group, leotards are usually substituted for blue jeans, and the scratchy beards are optional. Oh, this is Woodbridge, by the way. Mad nonconformists. We're smart-looking, mad straight. Of course they fit an ad for their new product in there. Wear smart-looking mad straight jackets, glamorous opera capes, roomy knickers, comfortable I love keds. They stopped making men's keds in the style that I like. Now they only make keds pros for men, and they stink. I don't want them. I want the old ones. And lightweight pith helmets. I got a pith helmet too, which offer good protection in bad weather and provide storage space for days likey litchi nuts. I don't know that I've heard of that word. Litchi, L-I-C-H-E-E? That's weird. All right, I Googled it. A lychee nut it's a nut. It's a type of thing you eat. It was probably fashionable at the time. For non-conforming, mad non-conformists. What is it? Anyway, these Woodbridge illustrations are awesome, and so is the general crux of this article. This is what I really wanted to get to. I'm going to give you a moment to see if you can figure out why this was so important to me. All right, time's up. This is Dave Berg. In the old days, whenever a bunch of kids wanted to play baseball, they would gather up some makeshift equipment, hurry down to the nearest empty sandlot, choose up sides, and have themselves one heck of a good time. Today, this deplorable situation has been eliminated because concerned adults have stepped in, organized teams, supplied proper equipment, and now force the kids to play baseball, whether they want to or not, in Little League. Today, members of local communities throughout the nation are going crazy over Little League. When was this? 1959. So my father was 10 years old, and yet my father talks as though he played baseball in sandlots, and that the types of things that my generation did were unheard of. Those stinkers, those boomers are like, they're kind of the worst, aren't they? No, listen, guys, don't. I know my audience members are very diverse. I love all generations. I'm just saying, guys, if anybody ruins the millennials, it's you guys. How about this, though? How about this Dave Berg artwork? Holy shit. This is what bothers me, is that some people read Kyle Bridget, tell me that this wasn't good for some reason, as though this wasn't unique among artists in Mad Magazine. Certainly, you would not mistake this art style for a Bob Clark. You wouldn't mistake this art style for a George Woodbridge. Nor would you mistake this artwork for a Mort Drucker or, I don't know, any number of people. This is unique enough as it stands. And I wish it would have stayed like this. One thing that is so fun about this, and if you like really focus in, you notice it. The amount of zipatone and duotone that he uses. So you have that sort of like the duotone, which is like painted on, and then it's a chemical reaction which activates lines in this special paper. And wherever you don't brush on the activating solution, the lines don't appear. And then if you do a different activating solution, it does crisscross lines rather than just slanted lines, diagonal lines. And then there's zipatone, which are like little patterns that you can put on to illustrations. And he uses both. Like here, I think this one's a good one up here. I kind of went by it. This woman in the hot pants, which, dang, bring those back. Am I right? These perfect little squares that are on that. And then you have more down here. Sorry, I hope you don't get a motion sickness. There it is with the dad's pants, that sort of staticky gray stuff. Even more right here with the carpeting or whatever. And then, I mean, just think of the layers of artwork that's going on here. So you have like that, the craft tint, duo shade stuff that's getting brushed on. You have the brush work, and then you also have the zipatone on top of that. I think looking at the original artwork of this would probably be pretty freaking cool, I have to say. Here's the other thing he does, which is really, really neat. Like this, he always draws these faces like these fucked up expressions. And he would do that into the lighter side of, especially in the early one. Like the women would be shaking and there'd be like these motion lines around them because they'd be like, have this frenetic energy. And look at this dude. And look at the lines around his eyes. It's so cool looking. It looks manic. It conveys something else, like this emotion that, I guess, the energy in the emotion. That's what it conveys. Super cool, super duper cool. And then there's stuff like this where, I don't know, it actually looks like he knows how to draw things like cars and landscapes. Pretty wild stuff. I don't know. I'm just, every time I find a new Dave Berg thing from back in the day, I get a little more impressed. I get a little more happy. So there's that. Oh yeah, that's right. This goes on. I thought it was just a one page. I forgot. It goes on, and you get even better examples. Look at. I'm going to zoom in. So here we go. First off, there's this. Like we'll talk about some of the writing. The future of Little League. Little League will get so popular they'll televise games. That's true. Little League stars will be forced to endorse products. My name's Big Al and I hit dingers. When I take my first shave, you can bet I'll use Gillette. Baseball scouts will search the country for talented kids. That's also true. Little Leagues do get scouted. Like, pretty, I worry. I love that. Gamblers will move in. Now look at this. This is where you get more of that, the zipatone, just the print that's put on. And then you see he has this awesome brushwork too for that pinstripe suit of the gangster. These are really, there's a bunch of other pretty cool ones like this. The use of the shading, the tones. Oh, you guys, get this issue. Go find issue 47 and look through this yourself because you will be pleased as punch that you did. And now I'm like, oh, this is so annoying. I'm like 20 minutes in. Again, though, we have some awesome stuff. This is credit cards. I think I missed a page. Here we go. The Battle of the Credit Cards. And this is, who is it? Why can't I think of the name? Bob Clark. Duh. And again, amazing brushwork from Bob Clark. Amazing brushwork. Amazing faces, like all of his little people. I love how they look. Because he has like such diversity. He does have like certain things you'll notice that he really likes, like this type of nose in particular. He'll repeat that. But what's fun is it's sort of like one of those pages where you can it has like the eyes and the nose and the mouth, and you can like turn the page and create different people. He mixes it up with other things like this big jaw and the cocked hat, or like this like slightly more weaselly looking head that or even like the hairlines or the hairstyles. Throw a pair of glasses on him. He's good at using these things that he likes to use. But look, you can create an Italian right there. That's pretty fun. So you can create all of these kind of cool, unique characters while using familiar facial features. Boy, oh boy. Look at the use of that. And here's Feldstein, Al Feldstein drawn up. MAD number 47, credit cards. Oh, I love that. Some of the recent services lined up by credit card companies so members can say charge it. Charge it. I love this panel. I really like that panel a lot. But it's absolutely filled with great artwork. Is that Truman? Looks like Harry Truman. Um, oh my goodness, there's not enough time. There's Sid Caesar, the guest writer. Early on in MAD, they were doing this where they would have Sid Caesar and also Bob and Ray. It was on the cover. I forgot to mention it. This is some Wally Wood artwork. And I mean, it's great, but it's like, whew. Imagine, I'm saying this with a straight face. Wally Wood was outshone by Dave Berg. I'm more excited about the Dave Berg artwork than I am this Wally Wood artwork. And I am indeed saying that with a straight face. I'm sorry, we got to keep going. Here we have Jack and Jill as retold by various magazines. This is actually, there's a combo. There's this thing, right? So Jack and Jill retold by various magazines. Modern Romances, Screen Stories, True, Confidential. Okay, there's all of this. And all the artwork is pretty fun and cool. Is this Bob Clark doing the paintings? Oh, Joe Orlando. My bad. And then you have, I'm actually going to skip ahead because I'm not going to have that. Movie posters. You'll remember, what was it? It was a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure which issue. It was like a movie, the lifespan of a movie being released, and it was like getting re-released and rebranded as different things. And you would have these like different advertisements. And so here you have like kind of really similar ideas, right? Retold from various magazines, and then this movie retold for different people. So it's how movie posters are used for packing in every type of audience. For soldiers, Jane Mansfield. Come on. Hubba hubba. Are you kidding me? James Mansfield? Jeez Louise. Oh, I hope Doris Day doesn't hear this. There's that. And then there's this, right? The Jack and Jill, retold by various Masons. I don't know. Repetitive? Maybe. But maybe only repetitive if you read Mad Magazine every single week. So there's that. This future halls of fame and some of their members. I wanted to talk about this one because George Woodbridge did the medals, and I couldn't help but compare it to the Mad medals that Al Jaffee would do later. Al Jaffee did some pretty fantastic ones, and they're better. I really love George Woodbridge. I really love George Woodbridge's art style, but compared to what I don't know, Jaffee was just able to capture that sort of like relief of a metal a lot, just a lot more skillfully. I don't know. I'm trying to say this without insulting George Woodbridge, but yeah. Here we go. The Loafers Hall of Fame. Oh, I hope to one day be on that. Honoring those idlers who, in times of peace and prosperity, have failed where others have succeeded. All right, maybe I don't want that. Um, Member 11, Lethargy Mung, Buffalo, New York, only person to be kicked out of a public, private, and military school in the same month for class cutting. Became youngest member elected to Loafers Hall of Fame in 51, being only 12 at the time. Currently trying to break father's out of work record. His father is Marvin Mung. That was member number 9. Marvin Mung of Buffalo, New York. During 1945 to 1950 post-war boom, turned down 91 offers of employment, breaking previous records set by Kermit Drowsy Fingate in 1920 to 1925. Overslept 457 consecutive days in 1955 through 1956. Is currently thinking about writing autobiography, Lethargy and Me. Lethargy. Anyway, this is a pretty fun one. Idiots Hall of Fame. Alfred E. Neuman, voted Clod of the Year 4 times in succession, has maintained a spectacular record of failure throughout his life. In 1929, he got his first job on Wall Street and immediately caused a crash. Since 1956, he's been technical supervisor at Cape Canaveral, Florida. Don't make a Challenger joke. Here we have the greatest missile ever built. Again, artwork by Wally Wood. And again, you're going to have to hit pause and, I don't know, zoom in or something. Here are the movie posters for packing in every type of audience. Really good. Worth a read. And then there's this Bob and Ray stuff. And at this point, I am out of time. And I apologize because this is, like I said, such a great issue, and 30 minutes was not enough time. Hit pause. Read that. Was not enough time to fit it all in. So, apologies. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Toodaloo.